I couldn't have had a better experience, really and truly. I'm sure there's not another real estate company that would have looked after me as well as you did.
Okay. So can you take us back to when you first started about selling your home and what you were thinking? I mean, yeah, it wasn't just an easy decision that
It
came
wasn't.
up
To
for
tell you the truth, it was my children that were after me to sell the house. And then when I fell and I couldn't do the stairs, bingo.
Yeah, because you had that side split, so you had to go up
Yes.
those 3 or 4 steps to go to the wash.
Yeah, and I always stayed in the family room, which was downstairs. So there was 7 stairs up there and then round the corner and then up again. So it really wasn't good.
Yeah,
But
it was. I think it was one of those things where maybe it was getting a little bit harder. They were trying to get you to help, but then Mother Nature gave you a little kick down.
oh, yeah, sure did.
Oh, that was bad. You had
For 6 months I was in that air boot.
6 months. Yeah, that was. So what had you done exactly? It was
I'd broken my fibula and ripped the tendons in my ankle.
yeah.
It was called a Maisonneuve fracture.
Ooh.
It sounds
Maisonneuve.
impressive.
Yeah, you got a Maisonneuve when you had to move. Yeah.
So I was with my son and daughter-in-law for a few weeks, and it was too much. They went back to school, back to work in September, and I was home there alone all day, so it really wasn't good. If I had fallen there, then I'd been on the floor till they came home. So I started phoning around to see if I could get a respite bed. And I got one here.
Yeah, and that worked out.
Yeah, it sure did.
And when it first came to selling the house, like, what were you worried about? What were your concerns or fears or?
I really didn't have any concerns. The junk. I had so much junk. That kind of bothered me.
Yeah, we collect a lot of stuff along the way, right? I know. There's a lot of stuff in my house too.
Oh, you went to your movies.
Right?
I still got boxes that aren't unpacked.
Yeah, I don't know. You collect stuff along the way, and stuff has meaning, and I don't know. We hold
And
on
then
to
when
it.
you guys said you would pack it up, it was a godsend. I'm sure the kids were, phew.
Yeah, they were kind of going, "Oh, let's just bring something and throw
They
this."
would have
out."
thrown it all in the dump. That's where it would have gone.
Yeah, boys, they don't have the same attachment
No.
sometimes. Right? Yeah. So what led you to calling us? How did you end up picking us? I mean, we were lucky to meet you.
Yeah. Well, there was a lady in this subdivision here. I said, when you moved, who did you get? And, that wasn't the way it went. I asked her who she recommended as a realtor, because I had been in that house for many, many years. And it was Jack Pettigrew who sold it to us initially, but he was long gone. And I really didn't know. I knew of a few realtors, but some really didn't turn me on, and so I didn't know. So Linda said that she would either have you or what's the other girl's name?
Oh, that doesn't matter.
Okay.
No.
You know what?
Just
Okay.
kidding. No, I'm just being funny.
Yeah. Well, it really doesn't matter. And I said, if you were choosing a realtor, who would you go with? And she said this other girl, but I just don't know. It was a very small real estate office. And so I thought, well, I'll phone Lorraine. I phoned there, and I've forgotten the girl's name. I could have.
Probably Carolina then.
Yes, it was.
She's so lovely.
And she said, well, I'll assign you to Lorraine.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember. You came over?
Yeah, we met. And so what stood out from that when we met and we decided to sell the property? And yeah, because I came here. That's right. Because your nurse, I knew your nurse, and then I knew the other guy down the street. It was funny. We knew all these people in the hallway, and we were laughing about, Yeah, knowing everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that you're in your room. Yeah.
Yeah. It's, as much as I wouldn't want to have stayed there, it was good for what I needed it for.
Right. Right. Was there a moment, a specific moment through this where you realized you were in good hands, that we were going to take care of you? And
No, I knew as soon as I signed up that this would be it. And I was kind of stunned that everything went so fast, because that was end of November. And I kind of figured that it would be the springtime that the house would be listed. Well, it was long gone by the springtime.
yeah, and we were bringing stuff because it was stuff you'd be like, oh, if you find this, can you bring it over? So we were helping with some of that, because we were trying to figure out where, some of it would go and what you needed. And yeah.
No, I think, Kelly, I've still got the plans that you drew up of where stuff was going to go. It was just like closing one door and opening up another one.
Yeah, and we were lucky that you were able to get this place, because we were
so lucky.
Yeah, and then figuring out. So one of the things that we find is, you come from this home with all this stuff that you've gathered, and some stuff, there's stuff we keep that we don't really want to keep, but what do you do with it, right? But it's finding out how it's all going to fit in your next place. Like we find sometimes people
thought about that. Kelly did it all and decided what was coming. I really didn't do much.
It was kind of like, do you want this coffee table and end tables that's in the living room?
Think I was asked that.
One in the family room.
I think it was just done.
Well, it looks great. I think this was our preferred set. So,
and that's the old one.
Yeah, it's really neat. So, was there anything that surprised you other than that quickness? Was there anything else that?
No, just the quickness of it all. I was stunned.
And did you have, was there any, when you decided that you were selling, you expected it to take a while, was there anything else that you were expecting it to be like?
I expected it to take a while. I just thought that, what if it doesn't sell? What am I going to do?
Yeah. And then what do you do with all your stuff?
Yeah, well, I would have carried on living in the retirement and paid the bills for the house. That's what.
Carrying both.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people end up doing that sometimes. It's not fun to have those big bills.
And it is a lot. And then I thought, why am I paying for TV for the house when.
Yeah, you're not there.
Yeah, I'm not there.
Yeah. What else do we have? So the next one is, was there a specific person on our team who made a lasting impression on you, and how did they impact your experience?
There was so many. Everybody that helped out. The only lady was Carolina. I still don't know what she looks like.
We'll have to swing her by with some ice cream. Come for a visit.
Yeah.
How did it feel? Did you always feel like, even when we were doing the offer and negotiation, did you feel that we were always working on your behalf to get you the most?
Oh, yes. Yes, definitely. Most definitely.
And then how has life changed since your move?
Quieter. I don't get around as easily. The kids brought my car back to me.
Yeah, they were kind of holding on to that.
Yeah, they were. They were
worried about you were going to be out driving with that boot on.
Oh no, I could have, because it was this. Yeah. This is my driving foot.
You don't need that other one. Yes, you're very independent that way. But we lucked out.
I've always been independent.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you took care of your home for a long time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think that's what was nice too. I mean, you were in the building, and now you're outside in the garden suite, which gives you still that.
Oh yeah, it's still a housey feel.
Yeah, I was very happy when we managed to get this, because I know that you were struggling.
Yeah, well, it was okay living there. I did not like the food.
You'd rather cook yourself.
Well, I still don't cook, but I use Heart to Home.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And there's another person, Tom Tante is his name. and they send out a menu once a week, and they deliver it to you on the day that you order it, or the day that you order it for. And I don't get a lot of those, but when a meal comes, it's a 2-day meal.
Oh, wow. That is good.
And it's quite good, yeah.
Oh, that's
Occasionally I cook, but not very much. Lazy.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It sounds like you have plans. Every time I talk to you, you're going somewhere. Heading out with this or this person or...
Yeah, we go out a lot for lunch.
Yeah, which is nice. If you had to describe your experience with Team Jordan in just 3 words, what would they be?
It was a happy time, really.
Wow, that's a big one, because I remember when we first met, it wasn't...
No,
It was a struggle time. So
it was a struggle at first until it set in that, yes, this is happening.
Yeah. I think a lot of people feel that, like you said it earlier when we were just chatting, you close one door and the other one opens, right?
Oh, I was really lucky here, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even have to move off my backside to go and look at the apartments or anything. I didn't care what it looked like inside.
But then we were surprised when we came in because it was a lot larger than we imagined.
Much bigger.
And lots of closets and
tons.
Yeah, it worked out well that way. And it's funny because I think, I always people feel that, oh, I'm, giving up. I'm ending this. This is over. But they forget that there's still another chapter. There's still more, without the headaches, without the worry.
And it's good here. You just slide open the door and you're outside. Whereas in the house, it was the same. Just out the kitchen door onto the deck.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, so it all works out. What would you tell someone considering working with us?
Oh, I would say go for it. It's a great experience.
Thank you. Good to hear that. If you can send a message to the next person that we're going to help, what would you want them to know about working with us?
Put your faith in Team Jordan and it'll work out.
Great. Thank you.
It's true, though. It's true.